Ah, well, greetings, my online friends. It's me. Another day, another recording. Why not, right? Yeah, I knew you couldn't wait for this, right? Whatever. Okay, so, yeah, I finally got a little bit of sleep. After, if you watched my last recording, you saw that I was up for 24 consecutive hours. Not my record by any stretch of the imagination. That still goes to the night before the theater awards last month, a little over a month ago. Yeah, I was up that day. I was up from 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon till about 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. Long stretch of time. But anyway, we're living in the present, and I did sleep for 8 consecutive hours after my 24-hour awake binge. And it was wonderful. It was so wonderful that after I got that 8, I was supposed to go into work. I called up and said, hey, do you still want me to come in? And they said they were all set, which was wonderful as well. But even more wonderful than that, I was probably awake for maybe an hour or two, and then I slept for another 6 hours. Ah, that was great. I love catching up like that. I mean, I still look tired now, but it was nice catching up on some of that sleep. Actually, I'm getting a little bit tired now too. But, hey, got to sleep some point, right? Yeah, so I got a nice bunch of sleep in there, and I felt pretty good. Felt pretty good getting up. So anyway, yeah, reminiscing over yesterday, it was that shoot that I did. It came out pretty well, actually. I just looked over all the footage today, and there's a lot of good things. I think it'll be pretty decent, and putting together the final cut should be I don't know, should come out all right. Yeah. Speaking of cutting, I was watching some movies today as well, and it's interesting. I start to wonder when I watch a lot of movies that are on television now how much they're actually cutting out when they're edited for television as opposed to what was actually shown in the movie theater. Because watching the Disney what was it, the National Treasure on television today, I just had it on in the background because I was working, and I happen to notice a lot of things that they cut out of it, and that is a pet peeve of mine, to watch them cut out stuff. It just takes away from a lot of the situation, what the storyline of each character and their relationship, which I guess for commercial time, why not, right? But yeah, it is interesting how they make those kind of choices. I mean, the stations must have editors that kind of do that as well. But even for the movies, I started thinking about. I evaluated a couple of movies today. They were that series called The Librarian. I think they're TNT original movies, which, I mean, you can kind of tell the type of budget they have because their sets and such are not elaborate, and a lot of their effects works are not exactly that great. I mean, when they composite stuff, I mean, you can really tell their green screening is just not the same as some bigger Hollywood, production houses. But the story wasn't too bad in all three. There's actually 3 of them that I watched, and I mean, Noah Wiley's not that great, but he's not that bad either. I'll tell you one thing: they obviously tried to mimic an Indiana Jones type of character and story, but Noah Wiley was much better than Brendan Fraser doing it. I mean, like, his mummy character was he's not good. He's not really that great as an action star. I mean, I really liked him when he first came out, and he's just not done anything good for a long time. But yeah, getting back to the librarian stuff, I mean, the story had a few holes here and there, and I started thinking, geez, I wonder if it's the editorial choices or directorial choices that left out these little gaps in the story, or didn't kind of build the characters right and how they kind of got together and answered the question, ultimately that the story's asking. But just food for thought there. It was. I was productive in that sense, and going through all the footage that I shot, and then a buddy of mine contacted me. He wanted me to look at some After Effects works he had put together. I looked at that. Talked it over with him. It was off to a good start. It's always good to practice the skills. What else? Oh, by the way, yeah, that same guy is actually going to be part of my team for when we start our series later this month. And I had double checked on some of the equipment. I actually ordered some equipment this weekend, and actually got some of it in already. But got some more boom poles, boom arms, stands, some more lighting equipment. Even got some backdrop clamps and stuff like that. And my buddy was supposed to order some more lighting equipment too. But next weekend we're going to go do some mock setups to make sure we get good lighting and camera angles and stuff like that. See what lenses, filters, stuff we're going to use. Getting pretty excited. I think I've lined up my first guest. Yeah, first guest is lined up. Then I'm starting to think about what kind of other things we're going to shoot. So we've been thinking a little bit about the format of the show as well. So those things are looking pretty good. So yeah, that's the majority of my day. It was kind of odd too. I remember waking up this morning and seeing snow all over the place. Snow. 2 days ago it was like 60 degrees, and today we had snow. It's a real treat living in New England, let me tell you. You just... Oh, what did Forrest Gump's mother say, huh? It's like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get. Saw a preview for that tonight. It was going to be on or something. That's why I kind of thought of it. But, anyhow, you know what? This occurred to me today, too. This is just a weird thing, and maybe not like an annoyance, but something that kind of... Well, I got into the shower, and I remember feeling it, and I'm like, oh God, it's too hot. I always crank up the heat as much as it can go when I first get in, so that the temperature heats up right away. And it occurred to me, I remember dating girls, and sometimes when you're dating them, at least in the beginning, they want to take a shower with you, or sometimes. And every single one of them that I remember liked a hot shower. And I don't mean just a hot shower, okay? I mean scalding hot, gonna burn your flesh off hot water. I don't get it, okay? That, I couldn't, I don't know why they do it. I don't know how they do it. How is their skin so I don't even know what the right word is. It's so resistant to hot water that it's like they could walk over coals or something, because every one of them that I took a shower with used the hottest water possible. I mean, like sometimes I get in there and I have to like stand to the side and try to not let it touch me, and even the stuff that like built up on the ground a little bit like was burning the bottom of my feet. I don't know. I don't know. I just remember that today for some strange reason, and it made me put the whole picture together, because I started thinking, back to each one, and there was never one that liked a normal temperature shower, which I like. You know what I mean? Just like nice warm water. No, I had all be scalded. Guess you got to get all that germs off, huh? Right? Scalding hot water. Kind of reminded me of my mom doing dishes back in the day. Scalding hot water. Anyway, I just thought about that. So, but hey, I can take showers any temperature I want now. Yeah, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Anyway, I think that's all for today. And I think I had a thought after I thought about the shower stories, and this is good advice. Just don't look behind you, okay? Because that's not the direction you're going. That way. Which is where I'm going. Actually, I'm going over that way. because that's where my bed is. And I'm a little tired. It's been a good day, for the most part. I always think that I could get more done, but you got to be satisfied with what you do and look forward. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to going to bed. Good night, everybody.